Good evening. It's Friday the 6th of January and it's time for the news on RIK2. New York was the focus of Cyprus issue diplomacy today as time runs out on the start of the Geneva negotiations on Monday, to be followed by a conference on security and guarantees next Thursday. Greek Foreign Minister Nikos Kotschas was meeting this evening with his Turkish counterpart Mevlut Çavuşoğlu. According to a diplomatic source in New York, the meeting was preparatory of the conference in which guarantor powers to the 1960 London-Zurich agreements will be taking part, and was aimed at creating better prospects of success. Kotschas was also scheduled to meet Donald Trump's National Security Advisor Michael Flynn and the new UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres, who held talks yesterday with Mevlut Çavuşoğlu. The UN chief spokesman, Stefan Dujarric, said that the meetings were part of a preparatory and support framework of the upcoming Geneva talks. Asked whether Guterres will be travelling to the Swiss city, Dujarric said that the UN Secretary-General's programme will be announced very soon. EU Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker will be representing the European Union at the Geneva Conference on Cyprus. Commission spokesman Margaritis Schinas announced Juncker will be travelling to the Swiss city next week, and further thanked the Maltese presidency of the European Union for adapting the schedule to facilitate the Commission's president's Geneva attendance. The government expressed the hope that 2017 will be the year of a viable settlement to the Cyprus issue, said Deputy Government Spokesman Victoras Papadopoulos, who attended the Epiphany Day celebrations in Limassol. Papadopoulos further expressed that this year will see the reunification of Cyprus with the end of occupation and the withdrawal of Turkish troops. He hoped for progress and prosperity and called on everyone to show political ethics irrespective of opposing views and political differences. The Greek Cypriot side needs to toughen up in negotiations, said Archbishop Chrysostomos, noting that Turkey is hungry for more. The head of the Church of Cyprus noted that Ankara wants more than it took by force in 1974, adding that there has to be resistance in order to prevent the other side from achieving those goals. The Archbishop said that Turkey's main aim is to upgrade the illegal entity in the occupied territories to a recognised state, underlining the need for a viable and workable state. He stressed that the Church will fight to the very end for a state of prosperous and happy people. Turkish police detained 18 people over a gun and bomb attack that killed 2 people in the city of Izmir, and the Justice Minister said there was no doubt Kurdish militants were responsible. Militants clashed with police and detonated a car bomb yesterday outside the main courthouse in Turkey's third largest city, located on its western Aegean coast, after their vehicle was stopped at a checkpoint. A police officer and a court employee were killed, 9 people were injured. The incident again highlighted the deterioration in Turkey's public security, coming soon after a gunman killed 39 New Year's revelers inside a popular Istanbul nightclub. Islamic State militants claimed responsibility for that attack. Authorities said it was clear from weapons seized by police that militants had planned a much bigger attack in Izmir, but it was thwarted when security forces spotted their vehicle as it approached the courthouse. At least 33 inmates have been killed in a new prison riot in the Amazon region of Brazil, just 5 days after 56 inmates were slaughtered in the country's worst prison massacre in more than 2 decades. Few details were available about the latest uprising early today in Roraima State's largest penitentiary, where a fight between rival drug gangs ended with 10 dead last October. Security experts have predicted more violence in Brazil's gang-controlled prison system in the wake of the massacre earlier this week, in which members of one drug gang butchered inmates from a rival group. The top security official in the state blamed the violence on the Sao Paulo-based First Capital Command drug gang. Earlier this week, it was primarily members of the PCC who were among the 56 dead at a prison in nearby Amazonas state, killed by the North family drug faction, believed to dominate the traffic of cocaine from Colombia and Peru in that region. Now a look at the weather. Overcast skies will bring local showers and isolated storms with snowfalls expected over the mountains. Winds will be southerly to southwesterly, strong to very strong, force 5 to 6 over moderate to rough seas. Temperatures will rise to 13 Celsius inland, 15 in coastal regions and 5 over the mountains. The depth of snow on Mount Olympus is 75 centimetres with 65 in Troodos Square. That's all from us here. Join us tomorrow for more news in English. Have a very good evening.